Hello. Good afternoon, everyone. So we are here with the final round of Make Your Mark 2022 challenge brought to you by Finshots and InsideIIM. This is a pan-India growth marketing strategy competition in which 407 people had participated. Of that, we have the top 5 teams here to present their cases to our judge. Our judge is from Boston Consulting Group, Akshaykumar Sirsalewala. I'm pretty sure you would know him. He is a regular on our channel, and he's an IIM K Alumnus and a chartered accountant. So all the very best to the participants. And I would request Akash Gupta from Team Vipanan to please unmute yourself and start your video. Hi, Akash. Please introduce yourself to the audience.
So good evening, one and everyone. My team's name is Vipanan. My name is Akash Gupta. I'll present my PPT. Yeah. Is it visible?
Yes, it's visible, Akash. Yeah. Please go ahead.
Yeah. So starting with the simple SWOT analysis of Finshots, I'd first like to start with its strengths. Like we all are aware that Finshots are free. And that is probably one of the biggest strengths that Finshots have. Curated articles, when are available to you for free, are often appreciated. The second strength is that it is fast-paced. Like generation demand is met with daily 3 minutes read. You will hardly find people reading long articles nowadays, and hence it is suited to the current generation. The third point that I would like to state is that it is non-biased. Non-biased in the fact that it is more fact-based and not opinionated like other news channels. Hence, it is at an advantage here. The second, we would like to move to the weaknesses. Like as discussed, we do have a low subscriber base. We will discuss this problem in the further slides and how to improve on this. Apart from that, we have limited source of income. Yeah, the only source of income for Finshots right now is the ad that it advertises in its websites. This will be further discussed in the slides, and obviously the limited spectrum of news, as Finshots mainly targets finance-based news and market-based news. Moving to opportunity, we have seen that there is a changing culture of India towards fast-paced internet era. Like this gives an opportunity for utility as students and people who are preparing for competitive exams, they have internet access, and now they would like to access some articles which are curated for them and easily available. This gives us the opportunity for a higher reach and awareness opportunity. Moving to threats, we have tough competitions from similar startups like Robinhood Snacks, City Falcon, and InvestBrew. And obviously, there are lower incentives to work since the only incentive currently is from the ads. However, I would like to point out that all these startups such as Robinhood Snacks, City Falcon, InvestBrews are not India-based. They are mainly UK and US-based, and Finshots is more India-oriented and hence more suited for Indian audience. Moving ahead, like what are the problem statements that we are dealing with here? The first one is what new product or services that could be added to increase its audience engagement. The growth of subscriber base to 1 million from 5 lakh subscribers. And finally, how can we monetize the subscribers? After accumulating a lots of subscribers, what are the different ways that we can monetize them so that we can increase our revenue streams? Moving ahead. Now, one of the biggest advantages that I spoke about Finshots is they are free. Being free gives us the ability, the freedom to read the articles without any obligations. But even if they are free, isn't there any cost of being free? Well, when we think about that, are there no negative sides to free articles? The answer is yes, there are. Free things are often taken for granted, and hence, while the first few articles are read keenly, the rest of the article sits in the mail. For one example, my mail is filled with articles which are curated, but yet I don't feel the need to open and read them just because they are free and I have not paid for the services. How? Then the next logical question would be, should Finshots then start monetizing its content? Well, the answer is, if we look at the flip side, we have our competitions providing the same article for free. We also risk the prospective subscribers that might sway away from our services just because someone else is providing something that is free over ours. Where I see a huge loss of opportunity as well as an edge given to our own competitors. Moving ahead, Well, I did a preliminary survey where we asked people, and I got around 130 responses, several questions. The first question being, do you think that monetizing a course or information makes you more disciplined towards reading it? Well, exaggerating 71% of the people think that yes, a fee keeps them more disciplined towards reading it, provided that the fee is nominal. So what should be a new strategy? Well, the strategy that I propose is the freemium strategy. What is the freemium strategy? Well, it is a strategy where Finshots will provide basic articles for free, but will charge a premium subscription model for its premium articles, freshly articulated for its premium users. The key elements that we should keep in mind while starting a freemium model is that the initial subscription fee must be nominal so that we can get people to enroll in it. We can get the whatever amount that we can so that people can experience it. Another important thing to keep in mind is the availability of trials. Trials help people to understand the UI, the changes without actually purchasing it so that they can get the feel of the website and the UI before purchasing them. Now, the other question that we had was about awareness. Now, when I asked people this question in my 130 responses which I received, 54% of the people didn't know or did not read Finshots yet. Hence, this shows that there is a lot bigger market to capture, and hence we have a larger target that we can, and there is room for expansion. So who should be our target audience? While the current audience of Finshots are subscribers who get mailed with curated articles and who have opted for it, when my market survey was conducted as shown in the previous slide, almost 50% of them never heard of Finshots. Our target audience should be college students who are preparing for competitive exams for banks or MBA, especially from the non-finance background. What I've also seen in my experience is that engineers are often naturally drawn towards finance in the MBA preparation, but are, however, not familiar with the finance jargons. For them, this freshly curated articles are something which they will really enjoy and they will learn from, since it simple downs things and it will help them understand finance as a stream better. So this was a question specially posed for the engineers and from people from the non-finance background. And it was asking them whether they think that a 3-minute finance articles a day at their mail will be helpful in their preparation or not. 75% of those engineers and non-finance background students think that yes, a 3-minute finance article will be helpful in their preparation and help them prepare. Moving ahead, there are certain points or key points that must be kept in mind before launching a premium version of the Finshots variation. There must be an UI change for premium users, which will make them appeal better. A golden color based or anything which after a market research, which gives them a feeling of premium. And obviously on top of them, an ad-free experience is a must. Almost 91% of the people that I took inputs of think that the user interface of a website matters while reading articles. It's not just the quality of articles, but how those articles are presented and the overall UI of the website. Some other points, key points to be noted are, we could have some pre-recorded financial economic lessons and market interpretation videos, which will give the feeling of value for money for those customers who are subscribing to our premium base. One more thing to notice is that while young, middle-aged, and financially sound people are generally the customer base, we must understand that these are the very people who require financial planning assistance as well. Integration of assistant bots or menus which can take simple inputs such as interest rates and principals to find out concerns such as their EMIs, SIPs, and loan repayment timelines can be very important. This can further be utilized to show how a slight fall or rise in interest rate can cause extreme variations in the total amount to be paid or to be received. This in turn, in the long run, can help Finshot tie up with loan agencies and asset management companies to promote their products in our websites, as we will have the right customer base for them and they are looking for it. Moving on, these are some other questions that were posed. Almost 73% of the inputs feel that a bot to solve SIP, EMIs, and loan repayments with ease is something that they will like. Apart from it, videos of financial planning and economics pre-recorded, which we can watch our leisure times, is something that is appreciated by 80% of the audience. Now, some marketing channels that we can utilize. Now, there is offline promotions, sponsoring college fests and different college competitions. I, for instance, know that in Zavotsav, back during the offline years, before the advent of COVID, we had Alt Balaji sponsoring one of our events. At that point of time, Alt Balaji was not even known to us. However, in order to get free passes to Zavotsav, we had to download their app and show it to the counter in order to get it. Once we downloaded the app, I had the curiosity to check its contents, and I often find liked the content that it was providing. The next is influencer marketing. We often see that a lot of YouTube channels like Asset Yogi, Ankur Wadiku, Think School, Finovation, they are providing financial news as well as financial advices to people in YouTube in general. They have huge client bases and they can be utilized to promote our product. Social media marketing. Now, this is somewhere where we hire college students or interns for working with the marketing team who will make everyone in their respective college and the groups aware about Finshots and get them to subscribe to it. While a very non-traditional method, marketing by Telegram is one of the best ways possible. From what I have seen is that they contain very huge groups of preparation groups who prepare collectively, be it MBA or any bank exams. Those groups can be targeted to further our product. The next is affiliate marketing. We can connect with coaching institutes which provide GDPI preparation courses to each student. Because our finance articles are required for students to learn during the GDPR preparation, they can form ties with Finshots to provide its articles to their students at a fixed cost in a B2B model. The next is email marketing. This is a direct form of marketing where emailing emails to prospective students via the respective college databases. Now, final takeaway, when we look at it, we are looking at the IIM model. There will be awareness that will be created via the college fairs, the social media marketing, the email marketing. Then an interest will be born in them as the ones who are preparing for exams such as MBA or any bank exam. An interest will be created in them as it tells us that these articles are not just any articles, but something that will help them in their journey. And desire will be created by the use of trials, and they will notice the difference, and hence that will lead to the final action of people subscribing to Finshots and even availing the premium services and increasing our revenue stream. This is the rough estimation of the budget allocation that should be the one. That would be it. Thank you so much. Any questions are welcomed.
Right. Great presentation, Akash. Can you just go back to the previous slide? I just want to see the cost breakup which you provided.
Sure, sir. Sir.
Okay. Right. So basically, we asked you 3 questions, which is
Right,
how do you monetize? You suggested the freemium model. How do you increase the customer base? I think you suggested quite a few marketing channels, which you
right,
can.
sir.
I was not clear about the third question, which is what new products can be launched. So what new products are you planning to launch?
So we would add a bot, like obviously a bot was there, which could take inputs and then that would facilitate the new things. Like I said, that once they take the interest rates and everything, that can be further integrated in the long run. Like suppose other companies and AMCs, they can show their products in our website and we can showcase those products to those customers, final customers. Apart from it, sir, we do have those pre-recorded lessons, which would be helpful for the premium subscription customers.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thanks, Akash.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, Akash.
Thank you, sir.
So next up, we have Team Dreamers. So Kamal and Malika from Team Dreamers, can you please turn on your video?
Hello, everyone. Am I audible?
Yeah, you're audible.
So I'll be just sharing my screen. Just let me know if it's visible.
is visible. Go on. All the best, guys.
All right. Good evening, everyone. I'm Malika Singh Aluwalia, and I am currently pursuing my PGDM from SPJMR Mumbai.
And I'm Kamal Prasad. I'm pursuing my PGDM in marketing from SPJM.
All right. So starting with our case problem. So our case dealt with Finshots, and essentially we were posed with 3 questions. First was regarding increasing the consumer and subscriber base of Finshots. The second was regarding monetizing whatever subscriber base we have. And the third was introducing new products and services. So for this project, we researched and we did secondary research, and we interviewed close to 30 participants. We conducted in-depth interviews and focus group discussions. So I'll run you through all the insights that we gathered from this. So to start with, what is Finshots? Finshots is essentially a daily newspaper which gives you one news a day in a language that everybody can understand. So currently, when you search competitors of Finshots, you essentially get every company that's present in the international marketing. But with in-depth research, what we figured was that Finology.in is one of the key competitors of Finshots, and the subscriber base of Finshots currently is 0.5 million. However, that of Finology is 6 million. Essentially, what they cater to are people who are interested in stock trading. Secondly, we have Finimize, which is an international brand. And third, we have CNBC TV, essentially for their YouTube videos and the content that they create. We also have Google Finance. How the Google Finance is more of an aggregator. And when we tried to search any news that Finshots had posted, we could not find it on Google Finance. So the consumer insights were as follows. I will just run you through a couple of things that we incurred while interviewing people and discussing them about why they would or would not use Finshots. So the first is that people who are working or who are currently pursuing their degrees, they don't get enough time to read newspapers. They don't get enough time to go through, very technical articles that are posted. Hence, they want something that can quickly wrap up all the information available in a very easy language. Second are people who are not very used to reading. They want to develop a habit of reading. So they would want to have content that's engaging, maybe in the form of shorts or in the form of reels. Then there were people who were preparing for, say CFA or their interview prep, and they wanted a comprehensive list or an exhaustive list of articles that could accumulate whatever has been going on. Then there are people who are currently working and they want to get into. So now everybody wants to, buy crypto. They want to buy shares, buy mutual funds. So what about people who don't know about this? It's very difficult for them to read through, Financial Times or all these different websites and actually gauge what is happening. So they need something that could easily explain it. And then people who actually want to be a part of a community where they can take feedback from other fellow investors. Moving on to the next slide. So this is the brand prism that we try to curate. I'll take you through it one by one. So first is the physique of the brand. So the physique of the brand is very futuristic and fresh. The color they have used is actually loved by people. Not a lot of brands use gradients. They've used gradients of turquoise blue and turquoise green, which predicts a lot of modern, fun elements. At the same time, it gives a sense of authority. So the logo, if you see, is FNS with a coffee cap, which means every day with the cup of coffee, you can take shots of news, be it financial news or business news. Second, the relationship. So the relationship a customer wants with the brand is that of a companion, someone everyday man can read that news and actually interpret what they're trying to communicate. Reflection. So what do people of other brands see someone who uses Finshot as? They see them as knowledgeable and modern, who are smart, and they can go to them for any sort of suggestion or feedback. So what is the personality of the brand? The brand is very speedy. They give you articles in a speed, and hence the thunder S sign in the logo. It's very convenient to read Finshots, and it's people who are young or even people who want to know more about finance and business. It also at the same time being modern, it's an authoritative brand. Whatever they say is with utmost confidence and authority. The self-image that I would have when I use Finshots is that I've accomplished something. If I read it for 3 minutes, okay, I've done my part of reading news. I'm independent and I'm smart. And the culture is they're trying to promote financial independence and knowledge. Moving on to the next slide. Okay, so Kamal will take you through this slide.
All right. So in order to understand what needs to be the roadmap ahead, we kind of phase-wise our initiatives on what we need to do ahead. So we have split it up into mainly 5 phases, which I'll be explaining in the further slides in detail. In the main first 4 phases, we'll be initiating many of the change mechanisms that we had curated with all the interviews that we had taken, starting from content creation to the academic foundations that we'll be collaborating with, the services and other features that we'll be explaining in the next slide. Coming to the timeline and program. Phase 1, which is from the June month to the August month, we'll be pushing the platform through influencers. So we believe at the moment, social media is booming at a rate where anything and everything that they hear from their favorite influencers are taken for its actual worth. So ideating and executing proper and well curated video content through these influencers and affiliating with these people will be the first phase to enhance the brand image outside. Secondly, from the phase of the phase 2, when we go into the phase 2, we'll be looking into the month of September to November. This will be mainly incorporating the other educational institutes across the country and collaborating with them, and also the introduction of a learning academy. Coming to phase 3, that'll be from the December month to the February month, we'll be pushing the subscription through the financial influencers. So initially, it was much more of normal and everyday influencers that people are associating with. Now we'll be pushing through the financial influencers. And introduction of new services like courses on stock trading, mutual fund prep toolkit, and the most important one being the pilot phase to our exclusive product, Finshot Plus, which will be explained later on. Phase 4 includes the actual launch of Finshots and some collaborations with other third-party apps. After these 4 phases, the 5th phase will be based on the target of the subscribers that we have already approached and sustaining the growth that we have approached and achieved and staying relevant. Because Finshots is something that should stay relevant regardless of the time it is functioning in.
All right. So I'll take you through whatever Kamal discussed in the previous slide one by one. So what do we mean by visual content? Now, see, a lot of people are not really keen on reading news. So, and Instagram is booming at another level. People love seeing reels, and Instagram algorithm also, promotes reels more than static posts. So if we put up reels or if we put up YouTube shorts of hot topics, topics that are going right now, and try to push them in a short video format with engaging content that's fun to see and knowledgeable at the same time, can help Finshot take the services up a notch. Now, the kind of influencers, like he discussed, would be in the first phase, we'll push more of lifestyle influencers or influencers that people look up to gather and gain knowledge. So these are the people, because Finshots is not just for people who want to learn finance, it's also for people who don't know anything about it and they would like to give it a try. And hence we decided on lifestyle influencers, which will essentially position this app as something that they can use even if they are new or nascent to this entire world of finance and business. In the further phases, we'll move on to influencers that are credible and people believe in them for gaining financial knowledge. So let us take you through one of the content pieces that we found was really interesting.
Bazinga! Sharon, come here. What happened, Daddy? I just received my bonus of 2.5 lakhs. Can you help me invest in cryptocurrencies? Sorry, Dad. I don't know much about cryptocurrencies. I think it's useless. Kya fook kya hai, be? I swear, man. I can't believe my eldest son is such a noob. Sharon, haven't you heard of Sahi Coin? What's that? So it's an app where you can learn all about cryptocurrencies, NFTs, blockchain and all from scratch.
All right. So this person, Sharon Hegre, has close to 1.6 million subscribers and people love him for the kind of videos he makes. At the same time, he tries to give them knowledge about different concepts. Also, what we noticed was that Finshot is trying to make content. If you see on YouTube, they have multiple videos, but the last video that was posted was a couple of months ago. So they're not really relevant. They're not really covering the news that's going on today. And the kind of video that they have is essentially one person talking to the camera. There's no engagement as such. There's no, it's not shot in a way that people would want to stick to it. So that is our take on visual content. Moving on to the next slide.
All right. So coming to the initial discussion that we had about educational institutes, the tagline with "We give you the best" what is intended over here is we had a couple of research papers that were gone through and to understand what was exactly the situation along with institutions. Myself, I was the convener for one of our cultural fest over here that's called the OJS Festival. And in my experience of conducting multiple case studies, what I understood was that many of the companies across the country are very much interested to affiliate with us and collaborate with us in order to curate some case studies and kind of enhance the kind of problems that exist within the country and solve it through these people. Along with that, if we offer the opportunity to learn much more about what the company stands for, we understood that this was a great market to actually venture in. So the graph that we see over here, including the strong niche market, the large and thriving market, will be the main ones that we'll be focusing on in terms of the institutes across the country. And this offers an opportunity. So the three main items that we wanted to focus on that is divided in the phase 2 and phase 3 were the first ones being the webinar and offline sessions for the top tier B schools and engineering colleges. The second one was to target coaching centers and to create awareness about how important knowledge about financial domain is relevant in this current world, and it is not that tough. If curated in the right frame of structure, it is easy for you to comprehend. And the third one, which will be something that we'll be introducing in the third phase, is offer free subscription to the paid model that we'll be introducing for 3 months to these collaborative institutes, so that the participants and the students within each of these institutes come on board with us for these premium features that will be offered to. Going on to the next slide.
All right, just to add on to what Kamal said in the previous slide, LinkedIn does something similar. So they collaborate with these schools, give them workshops and provide LinkedIn Premium free for 6 months and then charge them. So this is a very good way to at least have people try your product. And if they like it, they might end up paying for it. So the third thing that we thought of is a Finshots masterclass. So this is also adopted by a lot of premier news providing applications, wherein they bring on board experts from that particular industry. So say someone who's really good with finance, or someone who gives a lot of good tips for stock trading and stuff, so they can get them on board and conduct classes. So also these classes will be very exclusive and limited, because essentially what we want is for people who are attending these seminars or master classes to interact with the gurus, to ask questions to them. So this will be a closed session where people would want to register themselves first. Secondly, a lot of real life examples and case studies could be discussed. And as a testament, a certificate could be given that this person has attended a masterclass from an industry expert. The type of workshops will include different seminars. It could also include how Finshots works. A lot of people, what we discovered, are in awe with how Finshots makes something so difficult to understand seem so easy, right? So Finshots can also delve deep into their own working. They can delve deep into their behind the scenes and how do they essentially structure. So structuring is also an art. How do they process the information? How do they structure it? And how do they present it for people who are very interested in learning finance and also writing such articles? And third could be different in-depth discussion of people who are relevant in the today's world.
Now bringing to you the monetizing subscriptions part. And this is the product that we had curated after multiple forthcoming discussions and concentrated interviews with people in order to understand what more can be offered. So premiumization of the brand. This is one of the logos that we had made for the showcasing purposes, Finshots Plus. Now, we understood that the brand was very much appreciated for its color gradient, like she had mentioned a while before. And at the same time, there was also some queries with regards to why the font that was used was so mismatched with the logo that was present over there. So we understood that it had to be a bit more bold, or there was something that was missing with the font. So we tried various fonts and we came up with this, which we kind of went across to various other consumers to understand whether this gave a much more premium effect. And we had a good response to the same. Now, what are the features offered through Finshots Plus? Multiple offerings like access to free workshops and exclusive content. So when Finshots are going to come through the first and second phase of many collaborations and the exclusive video content, we'll also introduce a part where we curate specific content for our subscribers. Now, if all these features, along with the second one, which I'm going to talk about, which is collaboration with stock trading platforms like Heavenspire, which are very much into the entire country's hidden potential of people who want to learn much more about stock trading and day trading and how they wish to earn their second source of income. If we make a huge package of all these affiliations into one, that is Finshots Plus, and offer that to people on a free basis based on what they wish to collaborate themselves with. Now, that is something that we understood consumers would be ready to come on board with. Now, some of the other features we thought of were the pushing the subscription part, where scratch coupons on payment platforms like GPay, Paytm, PhonePe with subscription discount codes, where upon any of their payments, they get a scratch card. Most of them get, they enjoy the process of, scratching it off and understanding what they get over time. And nowadays, it's gone from getting free money to free subscriptions over many other platforms. Offer platforms and a subscription to Finshots Plus through such platforms. And we believe that is another way we can get consumers on board with us. Now, coming to some of the additional products and services that we had in mind, this was regarding the Learning Academy and community. Now, let me focus a short time over here on what community means over here. Every single learning process that we have had has been bolstered when it is done along with people with a like-minded group. So in any sort of learning process, if there is a community that you do this entire process along with, we understood that the entire process was much more organic and it stayed much more along with people who are involved in the same. So we want to nurture a community of Finshot members and Finshot community members, and who will be communicating through Discord channels or any other model in the future if we are ready to come up with our own communication channel to communicate amongst themselves about the hot topics that happen in a day, about any sort of stocks they wish to talk about or communicate about in a single day, to have some sort of key stocks through which they have understood that this is a good stock to trade in, or any sort of investment portfolio ideas, just like what small cases are doing in their websites. So affiliations of such sort are in some way something that very much relates to the consumers, and these are what the consumers are searching for, right? So apart from that, some of the features we wanted was the rapid fire quiz offering, where Finshots is basically essentially a 3-minute read or 1-minute read, which gives you quick information at one go. What if we conduct a quiz on the next day about what they have read the day before, and they have coupons based on that in Swiggy and BookMyShow? Another incentive for them to utilize the Finshots community much more. Then trading mutual fund and future returns predictor as another feature. Then much more in-depth workshops and conclave exclusively for the Finshot Plus community. Now, going on to what the right side of the slide will be explaining about, I'd like to hand it over back to Malika.
So essentially what we're trying to communicate here is that people want one platform that can help them prepare, that can help them learn. So there were certain factors that are not covered by Finshots. So to start with, Finshots, essentially Fin means finance, but Finshot is not just covering financial news. They are covering more business news as well. For example, yes, a couple of days before they tried to cover why Cloudtail ended, right? So it's not just Finshot. Finshot is not just business. It's not just finance. It's also business. So some people said that Finshot is primarily focusing on finance and business, but there are certain things that they can do that can help us adopt that platform more. So first would be analyzing certain segments. So if you go to Finshot right now, you'll see HUL's revenue breakdown, ITC revenue breakdown, but you will not see the analysis of that company, the kind of brands they have. You won't see any product analysis or any comparative analysis. So that is one sort of content they can delve deep into. Second would be, they cover everything that's happening today. They do not cover anything that has a very big impact in the past. For example, .com bubble, or for example, what is the future of metaverse, right? So these sort of content that could have impact in the future and that has happened in the past and are still impacting the economy right now are not covered. And these are pretty interesting reads for a couple of people. Second, they're primarily focused on Indian economy, and people would want them to relate what's happening here to the world economy itself. So these are the couple of touch points that they could, they could. Yes, so this is the budget allocation. So as we discussed before, that we will start with macro influences. We will also want people of different regions to influence their followers. So that will be one aspect of the budget. Second is the SEO optimization, where they could gain backlinks from a lot of other platforms. For example, someone who has a famous financial blog could link Finshots as one of their partners. Then the engaging content that we spoke about and the collaboration with different institutes and fests. One cause that not a lot of people actually, kind of account for is the in-house asset creation cost. If they have to create a video for YouTube, if they have to create a video for their own Instagram page, that would also incur some cost. So that is one aspect of it. Then it's Finshots merchandise. If they go to different colleges, say if they go to IIM or FPGMR tomorrow, they could give some sort of branding that helps them in recall of the brand. And once say if I have a mug of Finshots and I see Finshots, they'll give me a reminder, oh, I skipped my 3 minutes read today, I need to go back and do it. And another part would be the brand identity enhancement. So as Kamal mentioned, a little mismatch between the logo and the font and creating a certain authoritative voice for the brand. So these are the certain aspects that could be covered in the budget given to us. However, here we have still not exhausted the budget. We have covered close to 15 lakhs of it. So thank you so much, and you're open to any questions.
Great, Malika and Kamal. Firstly, I must say very, very detailed presentation. I appreciate the fact that you guys spent a lot of time researching. So good stuff. I think 3 of your ideas I really liked. One is the fact that having master classes. I think that is something which many such platforms have started doing. I mean, even InsideIIM has their own masterclass now. So it's a good idea and an idea in the right direction. Secondly, I think the subscription deals on Google Pay was something very interesting. I mean, I was not expecting to hear that. So a very unique idea. And you always, as a consumer, you always like to use free things. I mean, when you get a discount, you always want to use that. So it's a good idea. And lastly, using influencers and having videos. I think videos is something where Finshots lacks currently. So I like the fact that you suggest that they go for videos. I think they only have around 30,000 followers on the YouTube channel currently.
Right.
And even on the Instagram, I just checked. So there are hardly 15-20 videos. That's it. I mean, they don't make reels.
Correct.
So that is actually a good suggestion. One question I just wanted, one clarification I wanted is that, so you said that we should collaborate with people like Dhruv Rathi or mostly Sen, right? Now, if you see Dhruv Rathi, his content is quite political or sometimes informative, but not financial as such. And even the content by mostly Sen is quite different, not financial. So are you expecting that we venture out into non-financial stuff? Or are you expecting that these people will also talk about finance stuff only?
Correct. So I'll address that question. So we wanted to hit lifestyle influencers because see, Finshots is for sure it gives financial news, right? But it gives it in a very easy language. So a lot of people who are not into financial streams or business, they also want to understand. So if someone who in their daily life shows that they're adopting Finshots as a daily habit, or understanding finance or business, could be one of the key factors that people, so a lot of times, if I say something like Sharan Hegde, they're into finance. The following that they have are people who are interested in finance. However, Finshots is as a platform has a lot of potential to capture people who think, okay, I don't know anything about finance. So if I see a person in their everyday life adopting Finshots, basically, I would want to go and look at it once. I would also, if suppose mostly Sen says she makes comedy videos, she makes lifestyle videos, she makes engaging content. So if she kind of puts it out, she does not know anything about finance, but Finshot is making it super easy for her to learn about business and finance. I, as a follower, would want to check it out. So that was the approach behind lifestyle influencers.
Got it.
Yeah. And
so that is the kind
of
collaboration you were talking about.
Correct.
Got it. Yeah, I think that is it from my side. No more questions.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you, Malika. Thank you, Kamal. Next up, we have Team Achievers. Hi, Akhil. Hi, Sushmita.
Hi, Devan.
Hi.
Hey, good to see a team from IIM K.
Yeah, actually.
So, Akhil, Sushmita, can you please introduce yourselves and also share your screen?
Yeah, one.
Sure.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. I'm Akhil Kawati from Team Achievers. I'm a PGPBL student from IIM K Alumnus.
Hi, I'm Sushmita. I'm also a PGP student from IIM K Alumnus. Currently going to my second year. I've completed my first year there.
So we'll directly jump into the problem statement. So the two basic problems which we're having is increasing the subscriber base of Finshots and then finding out the monetization channels. And we are going to tackle this problem by introducing new products. So our focus area is basically subscribers growth and monetization. And our desired outcome is 1 million subscribers, which is currently standing at 50. And then introducing new monetization channels. And this is how we are going about. So these are the current products which are offered by Finshots, which is Finshots Daily, Finshots Money, and Finshots Market. The Finshots Daily is a 3-minute read, and Finshots Money is a 3-minute articles based on the personal finance. And the Finshots Markets is a 5-minute articles and Indian capital ecosystem. These are the existing products, and we are going to suggest them in few new products in addition to these to boost their subscriber base and also add new monetization channels. So this is the high level user journey and strategies. So first thing is the customer onboarding and acquisition. So how we are going to do it. So our proposal is introduce a new feature called Stock Watch and Crypto Shorts. So we have done a primary research which involves around 200 participants, and what the insight is what 70% of the customers switch to a competitor, which is easier to where the process is easier and whether our onboarding process is actually simple. And then the engagement, how we are going to engage the customers. Our proposal is educational content and community building. This community building is the current thing which is going on, and we can see many lifestyle brands like Boat, etc., which are actually working on this community building and actually progressing because of this thing. So our data tells that 59% of the consumers prefer this one-stop solution, and which addresses their imminent needs and offers a comprehensive functionality. And the third one is the monetization. For the monetization, we have a proposal called personal finance management. So our data tells that 52% like to switch the brand if the engagement is not personalized. And then the final thing is retaining these acquired customers. So our proposal is the gamification, which is in trend right now. And according to a data, a 5% increase in customer retention can increase the revenues of a company from somewhere between 25 to 95%. So then we have conducted few surveys, and according to the survey, if 26-year-old residing in Delhi with 1 year of experience in crypto investing, she tells that there is a lot of information out there in internet and everything is cluttered, but she wants few tailored crypto news. That is her expectation. And a 33-year female from Lucknow, and she's a 1 year experienced, and she has started. She stated her first stock 2 weeks back, and according to her, she has a lot of recommendation. Her phone is completely filled with stock recommendation. She's getting an internet, YouTube, everything is with numerous of recommendations. So she wants only few recommendation and from a trustworthy source. And the third one is a guy from Surat who wants to make career in stock market or in finance team, etc. So he's confused with the training materials out there, and because nowadays everybody has come up with their own training stuff. So he wants to get it. He wants himself trained from a reputed and trusted institution, which should help in his career. And the last one is a 40-year-old from a Bangalore who wants personal finance advice. He has already made some money, but he's confused about where to put this money. So he wants a personal finance advisor. So that is what we are offering. And we have done a sentimental analysis of around more than 10,000 tweets on the word cryptocurrency using the Twitter API and R programming. And we have found out that more than 75,000 actually are using the hashtag called cryptocurrency. So from this, we came to know that the word crypto is actually trending and people are looking for some content on crypto. So based on that, this is our first proposal, that is Stock Watch and Crypto Shorts. The first one is the minimalistic stock alerts. So what we are going to do, so we will be alerting them only two stock alerts per day are given. One is a potential bull stock, another one is a potential bear stock displayed on the screen. And this will be a free product. And if you want any additional benefits, then you can subscribe to a plan, which is basically ₹99 for 45 days. And we have come up with this number after a due research, basically studying the price analytics, etc. And then So what are the offers to the premium members? So first thing is every Thursday night, basically they will be getting a investment advice. This will be only for educational content, not an exact investment idea, because as per SEBI we cannot actually subscribe it without taking their consent. So this will be for educational purpose only, and so they will be having ample amount of time to think about it and strategize it and invest in the coming Monday. And then we will be asking them to recommend a stock, and we will be doing a technical analysis of the stock for within 15-day horizon, and we'll be sending them a personalized report. And third one is the fundamental analysis. The fundamental analysis part will be basically for the recommended stocks for 180 days cycle. We'll be referring it back, and we'll be doing the fundamental analysis and sending them quarter, maybe for every quarter. And the last thing is the flash news on the thing which we have recommended. We will be posting them regular updates. What are the news and how it is going on? The sample screen, how it will be looking, the stock watch, one bear and one bull, and stock alerts for the premium members. And the next thing is based on our research. It shows that the people are interested in crypto. So these are crypto shorts, basically an exclusive cryptocurrency newsletter. So crypto shorts will come up. There will be an icon in the home screen which is called crypto shorts, and crypto shorts basically will be contain curated information about the cryptos and latest happenings. And other thing is users can subscribe to only crypto related news, like how they do it for the financial news. They can also subscribe for the crypto news. So this is our first proposal. And what is the value proposition to the user? First thing is, as you know, the internet is fully cluttered with a lot of information, and especially crypto, because there is a lot happening in the space currently. So the decluttered information about crypto news in specific, and early and simplified stock alerts, only two, one bull and one bear, which is research backed. And the third one is stock suggestion based on with experts and one-stop solution for financial literacy. And other thing is minimize risk due to flash newsletter on stock progress and profit bookings. Another thing is it will be increasing our app engagement time, and it is a recurring monetization channel because it is a cycle of 45 days. And the main thing is that we are the first movers in crypto news space. In India, there is no app which is offering a curated crypto news currently. And what are the key metrics to look upon? The first thing is increase in the number of subscribers, average app session time per user, and number of users through mobile and of app downloads. And the third, last one is annual recurring revenue. And the next part will be taken by team member Sushmita.
Yeah. So moving on to the second proposal, that's the educational content, which is mainly used to drive the engagement on the app. So what we have thought is to bring about boot camps and workshops. So boot camps are periodically conducted, and they will be conducted at a nominal charge to the industry experts. So if we look at the wireframe here, under the profile page, you can see all the upcoming boot camps and workshops that will be conducted in the near future. And one more feature that we have proposed to drive the engagement would be user-driven articles, where the users themselves can write the articles, and there will be a community page where exclusive Finshot community members, which are users themselves, can write the articles, and that will be displayed over the feed as well. And also this will be like if you see through the wireframe, you see that this is where the articles can be viewed, that is the FinFan views. So this is how it will be in the homepage right after here. Moving on to the next slide. So when we look at the value proposition of this feature or proposal to the user, first will be live interactive sessions through the industry experts. And second will be, this will cause an increased motivation among the users because they have an increased engagement on the app as well. And also there's a lot of skill development through the technical workshops, and also networking is happening because there are a community that is attending this live interactive sessions with the industry experts. And now value proposition to the Finshots. This is a word of mouth marketing that happens because a community that's again built through the educational content. And also there's a upfront revenue that is being generated through the because the boot camps are monetized, and their registrations are only taken based on the based on their price. And also there is increased content generation because through the FinFans views. So basically the users are enabled to write the articles on the Finshots app that comes under a separate feed on the app itself. So there's an increased content generation. The key metrics that we look at through this feature would be click-through rate of the feature that's introduced, and also net promoter score, as we are looking at a word of mouth marketing, and also customer acquisition cost, the lifetime value of the customer, and also the net monthly revenue growth. Next slide. The proposal 3 that we have suggested would be an extension to the already existing Ditto offering by Finshots itself. Ditto currently provides insurance guidance, but what we are suggesting is to expand it to loans and personal finance advisory as well. So under the loans umbrella, we look at home loan, education loan, and under the personal finance advisory, we look at pension plans and management of savings. So what is here, the monetization channel here would be per call basis. So user can book a call, and per call based service, user can pay the amount right in front, like just for the call itself. So this is the existing, if you look at the wireframe, this is the existing Ditto page that's there, and we are adding on to this home loan and the education loan. So user can book the call, and then he can select the slot date as per his convenience. Suppose he is rebooking the service for the second time, then he can conveniently choose the previous agent that he has spoken to, so that the conversation will be hassle free. And what we are looking is, in future, we want to extend this agent or interaction to vernacular languages as well, because we see a lot of white space in the tier 2 and tier 3 cities that's not being currently targeted by any one of them in particular. So this will be done once the feature is adequately market penetrated. So we then want to move, then we want to adopt the vernacular languages as well. So once the slot and time, everything is booked of the call and agents is also selected, then we can pay the amount, which will be ₹69 per call basis. Next slide. So through this, let's look at the value proposition that's to the user, that then it will be a fuss-free advice, because there's a direct interaction with the agent rather through any bot or any automated thing which doesn't understand the nuances of the problems that are faced actually by the user. And now the price charged will be minimal, and it will be only based on the usage and advice that's received. So based on the call duration and slot that's booked and agent that's booked, the call charges cost, and it's only based on the consumption. And value proposition to the user, value proposition to the Finshots, there's a lot of data that's gathered about the consumer behavior and their preference on different financial offerings right there. And this can be used further by Finshots to build on their future products as well. And also we are tapping into new markets, that's the tier 2 and tier 3 cities, once we bring on the vernacular language support as well. And there's an upfront revenue from the users because the call is charged per call rate. And the key metrics that we measure for this proposal will be customer satisfaction score, feature fit index, cash burn rate, and average revenue per user. Next slide. So the fourth proposal that we suggest is community building. As we see a data point here, 60% of the unicorns are concentrating on building a community, and it is a proven methodology to grow the business big. So what we do here is, as the newsletters move to the subscribers' email box, they are encouraged to forward to their friends and family. And once the newsletter is forwarded, it's considered to be a referral. And once the recipient of the forwarded newsletter subscribes to the Finshots community, then he is considered to be a referred subscriber. So once the subscribers is able to accumulate 10 plus referred subscribers, then he'll be part of Finshots community. And return, what does he get? He gets to participate in the boot camps and workshops free of cost, and also is given an opportunity to facilitate these boot camps, workshops, and industry experts talks after further scrutiny that happens among the Finshots community members. So here, primarily, this community building is targeted towards a cohort group of students who in turn gain a CV point basically through this activity of being a part of Finshots community and able to facilitate the boot camp and workshops. Next slide. So community building offers what to the user? It offers an economical skill development and also a strong CV point to the student cohort group and also industry exposure. And to the Finshots, what does it offer is a lower customer acquisition cost because it basically works on referral basis, and also very strong penetration to the student community based on demographics of India. I think this is the right target market that can be captured, and it's huge in size. And also there's an increasing network effect that causes large amount of increase in the subscriber subscriber base because of the whole referral system and then incentivizing the referral system. And then there is also the scalability that happens eventually. And the key metrics that we measure through this proposal would be net monthly growth rate of subscribers and net promoter score, app downloads, and effective cost per install. Next slide. So just summarizing all our proposals and how does it work in the whole strategy of increasing the subscriber count and also monetization of Finshots. First is onboarding, as we suggested in our proposal 1 and 2, through the minimized stock alerts and crypto news, and also through educational content. We target to bring in more customers onto the Finshots app through increased product offerings or through the increased offerings. And once we have the increased customers, we target to tap into new markets such as Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities by supporting vernacular languages, especially for the home loans, personal loans, pension plans, and management of savings, as there is a huge white space there. And then once the customers are targeted and they are penetrated, once the markets are penetrated, we look at network effect and retention. Network effect is possible through the referral system that we mentioned in our proposal. And then once then we look at the retention as mostly to the word of mouth of marketing, which is zero marketing cost. And also the strategy works because there's a lot of network effect that's created to the referrals and the Finshots community cohort group. Thank you. We are open to questions.
Right. Great presentation again, Team Achievers. So I like the fact that you focus a lot on crypto, because I think that is something which many readers want to understand about. Secondly, the fact that I think the earlier two presentations didn't mention Ditto, which is an important aspect as well. So you guys used Ditto. I think that is a good point. What I thought was a bit questionable was the fact that your idea for community building. So you said that if I will forward my article, let's say, to 10 people, you will count those 10 as referrals, those 10 mails as, like referrals, and then I can join any bootcamp for free. Do you think that is financially viable?
No, if the 10 of them to whom you have forwarded the mail will in turn subscribe for the newsletters, then you are valid as a part of Finshots community. So just the forwarding, and the forwarded person goes to the Finshots app and subscribes to the newsletters as well. Then they're considered to be a referred subscriber.
Okay. And also, when I talk about the first plan which you mentioned, so I was not clear. So you will give one update for a bull stock, one for a bear stock. And then what was that 180 day, and something you mentioned about 15 or 30 days as well. So what exactly do you mean by that? I was not very clear about the first idea.
Yeah, actually, what I was referring to was this will be a daily update. The one stock thing will be a daily update. And the second thing is, when a premium subscriber, suppose if he wants to get a stock analyzed based on a technical point or on a fundamental point. So if he gives a recommendation in 15 days, in the period of 15 days, we will be doing technical analysis of that, and we'll be submitting a personalized report to him. And same goes with the fundamental analysis also. That will be done for every, say, 180 days. So that is what we have thought.
Great, got it. But don't you think that is too cost heavy? I mean, if you were to analyze every stock recommendation, every stock which people ask you to, don't you think that will be very expensive for you?
Yes, actually, if you want to get a normal recommendation, which will be sent every Thursday night, you have to pay the 99 rupees and subscribe for which is the cycle of 45 days. But if you want this extra thing, this extra technical analysis and fundamental analysis, then you have to pay more per stock. So this is how it will create additional revenue. Yeah.
Okay, got it. Thank you guys. Great presentation. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, thank you, Akshay. Thank you, Devan. Thank you.
Thank you, Akhil. Thank you, Susmita.
Thank you.
So up next we have Team 3K. So Abhishek, Kush, and Nishant, I would request you to turn on your video and introduce yourselves.
Okay, good evening, everyone. We, Abhishek, Kush, and Nishan from Team 3K are here to present our solution for the Finshots Inside IIM Make Your Mark Case Challenge. Next slide, please. Okay, so this is where we explain the executive summary and objectives. Finshots is an online financial news platform that delivers one news piece a day. The objective of this case study is to help Finshots achieve 1 million subscribers in the next 6 to 12 months and monetize its subscribers and come up with new product service offerings. We'll suggest 3 solutions to monetize Finshots for each subdivision of Finshots, namely Finshots Daily, Markets, and Money, and marketing strategies to increase both free and paid subscribers. While suggesting these solutions, we have kept in mind the core aspects of Finshots, which are ad-free and free, easy-to-read articles. Next slide, please. Finshots is a financial news platform that provides 3-minute news shorts to its 5 lakh plus subscribers. With its fun, simplified, and insightful article, it covers wide and popular topics. It consists of 3 subdivisions: Finshots Daily, Markets, and Money. Finshots Daily consists of daily news through podcasts and articles. Finshots Market includes articles on Indian capital markets, and Finshots Money is devoted to helping people manage their finances. Finshots app has a 4.9 rating and 1 lakh plus download on G Play Store and was the winner of Google Play's Best of 2020 award. Next slide, please. Over to you, Kush.
Thank you, Abhishek. So I'll be explaining the current market trends we have come across through secondary research data. With a plethora of data available online, consumers are often overwhelmed by what to read. They want focused content so they can cover more data in a short amount of time. Another trend that we have observed is the digitalization leading to easy access of wallets and UPI. Many young people have become tempted to spend more than they should due to the ease of it, often unaware of the total amount that they have spent. As per the Indian Express, a leading newspaper, most Indian parents feel that it's crucial for the children to spend responsibly right from the start, but are unable to teach them personally. And finally, we have seen that as per the Times of India, which is another leading newspaper, the number of Indian investors has never been so high, currently with their investments even being able to cover the staggering outflow of FIIs. This boom since pandemic has given rise to the sheer interest in financial news and related market trends. Also catalyzed by the boom in online learning, young investors seek to delve into financial courses, seeking certificate for their CVs, advancement in careers, or to become better investors. Now I'll be explaining our solutions that are supported by current market trends we observed previously. The first one being a digital magazine. It will provide in-depth exclusive articles at affordable rates. It will cover the month's major news in simple language. However, it will be more analytical in nature. The second solution, a financial planning app. It is meant to assist the users to manage their finance better. We shall use artificial intelligence and machine learning for analysis and suggestion so that the app can run through an automation of data. The final one being a stock market course and certificate. It will be a 6-month course that will provide a mock platform for practical learning at an affordable cost. After the course and completion of the exam, a certificate will also be provided. Now I'll be explaining the first solution, which is a digital magazine. Starting with our target consumers, the digital magazine will be provided to our premium customers, which will include exclusive content, data, and analysis that goes into the back end of Finshots articles. It will be curated for finance enthusiasts and working professionals who are aware of the basics of finance, seeking focused, analytical, and chart-based content to help them gain better insights and form an opinion. A launch strategy. For our existing customers, the magazine will be free for the first quarter, which will help us retain them as we will provide an experience of the content that will be differentiable in terms of depth of research in the magazine from the ones we have already covered previously in Finshots app. Through word of mouth and referral, we expect some new customers to come on board as well. Coming to pricing, a monthly issue of an individual magazine shall cost ₹49 or ₹1.6 per day, while one can opt for an yearly option of 12 magazines costing ₹500 or ₹1.4 per day, making it far more affordable than any hard paper magazine or newspaper. This would make it an affordable option even for college students. Finally, the key performance indicators. While we are following the industry standards of trial conversion rate being 5% of the existing customers, which counts to 25,000 users for the magazine subscribers out of the existing 5 lakh customers of Finshots. The 25,000 subscribers alone would generate revenue worth 12.5 lakh per month, theoretically. With a prudent approach, even from 5,000 subscribers, we expect monthly revenue of rupees 2.5 lakh. Over to you, Nishant.
Thanks, Kush. I will be explaining the next feature. So as Kush mentioned, we found out in market research that students and young professionals often struggle with financial management. Keeping them in mind, we propose to introduce the financial planner feature in the Finshots app. This will help people manage their finance every month based on their spending data and financial habits. We intend to provide them insights on the spending compared to an average Finshot users. Many such apps try to help in tracking and managing personal finance, but we will leverage the power of AI and ML to provide Finshot users with personalized suggestions for improving spending, saving, and investment habits. We realize that a plan that works for one person might not work with other. That is where modern technology can help us in providing highly personalized suggestions for each user. In the first 4 months, we expect to complete beta testing and launch the feature, after which we'll focus on gaining more free trial users and collect data to better train our AI. After 6 months, the subscription cost will be $499 a year for professionals and $199 a year for students. Our users will save more in a month than they pay in a year. We have considered the fact that this solution will take lots of time and effort, but with proper successful implementation and response, this can be a way forward for Finshots. Also, we believe it can change the way young people manage their finances. Next slide, please. Now coming to our last solution, which is a virtual stock market and certification program. The stock market is something that always piques interest in any investor, but in our country, there's a lack of knowledge about capital market and how it works. So to educate young finance enthusiasts, we plan to introduce the Finshot markets. We will tie up with Zerodha and create an integrated mock platform, and we will introduce a 6-month course to teach how trading is done. Enrolled users will be provided with an in-app currency equivalent to rupees 50,000, which they can use to create a virtual portfolio whose performance will be linked with the actual stock market over the entire duration of the course. Such hands-on experience and exposure will provide the participants confidence and, most importantly, reduce the fear about the stock market, and they will be able to make better trades. We know many such courses and even the feature of virtual portfolios available out there, but we believe none of them provide all the features in a single easy-to-use platform such as ours. A certificate will be provided once they complete the course and pass the exam. We believe the exam is something that will help participants grow their understanding and the knowledge of the market. And as Kush mentioned, people are looking for certificates to enhance the CV and better plan their career better. Zerodha will also benefit from this because as part of the course, a Demat account will be opened in Zerodha for free of cost. We will leverage the Finshot markets for users enrolled in the course to increase the Finshot subscribers. The price of the course will be nearly 3,000 rupees, and we will target a demographic of 18 to 25 years of age. And we aim to onboard 10,000 users, which will generate a revenue of around 3 crores or 1.5 crore each for each company. So over to you, Abhishek.
Abhishek.
Abhishek, you're on mute.
Oh, sorry. Thank you, Nishant. And I'll be explaining our marketing strategies. And our first marketing strategy is a referral and reward program, which will be used to boost the number of subscribers as well as make our audience try our new features through free trials. Let's look at some data. And you'd like to know that 84% of customers trust recommendations from people they know. And 74% of people believe word of mouth is a key factor when it comes to their buying this shop. Also, 37% of referral customers are more likely to stay loyal to a business compared to other sources of customers. Coming back to our referral program, our goals for the program would be to build social proof, increase the number of subscribers, and onboard more paid customers. The referral sources would be our existing subscribers, and the outreach medium would be email, social media, and the Finshots app. The reward of the program would be both for referral and referral, which will be a 30-day free trial of one of our 3 paid services of their choice. Next slide, please. The second marketing strategy would be using broadcast and digital mediums to increase awareness about Finshots brand and its new product offerings. The goals would be to reach a wide audience targeted to our products, increase subscribers and brand awareness, and educate people about our products. How will we achieve these goals? We will engage on social media like LinkedIn, Twitter, and Instagram, along with paid ads on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, or OTT platforms. We also plan to create inbound marketing strategies using SEO, SEM, email, and newsletters. Last but not least, for putting out clear product description, chatbots, images, testimonials, and frequently asked questions would add significantly to retaining existing users and gaining new customers. Next slide, please. So in this slide, we have explained the allocation of budget provided to us for marketing. We have allocated for 17.5 lakh marketing budget for various marketing strategies. Our two important allocations are referrals and online marketing. In referrals, we have covered the referral reward and software expenses. And in online marketing, we have included social media marketing, OTT ads, SEO and SEM, and chatbots. Over to you, Nishant.
Thanks, Abhishek. So we have made a timeline to implement our plan, and the timeline is as follows. In the first 3 months, we will launch Finshot magazine and introduce the new design for Finshot Markets and Finshot Planner app. Finshot Financial Planner app. We will beta test the app and introduce a feedback mechanism to integrate the feedback continuously and try to keep a positive net promoter score. We will also develop and start training our IIML so that we can provide personalized suggestions. In 6 months, we will go live with all the features of the app, and we will also launch the premium services and start free trial of 3 months for users. We will target a trial conversion rate of 10% and a total conversion rate of around 4 to 5% and a net promoter score of 20. In 12 months, we will try to reduce time to value per user by 50% to make onboarding easier, and we'll try to limit user churn to 5% and bounce rate to 40%. And in the 12-month duration, we will also introduce CRM to solve problems efficiently and quickly. And based on market response, we look into to increase the frequency of Finshot magazine. So that is all from our side. We are open to questions now.
Thanks, guys. Can you go back to the cost slide? Right. So just wanted to understand. Yeah, two things. One is where is the referral reward of 9 lakh going in? I mean, what is the main expense here?
Okay, the referral reward of 9 lakhs goes in the referral rewards that are our magazine and Finshot financial planning app, as well as the stock market course. In case people opt for them, the 1 month cost or is taken as the referral reward cost.
Cost that they will be provided like free usage and the discounts that will be included. So we are taking that as a cost to our business.
Right. And do you really think so? What do you mean by OTT ads? And which platforms will you be targeting?
Platforms like OTT platforms like Amazon Prime, Netflix have really gained popularity in last few years. So using them to target 18 to 24-year-old consumer group would be a very good idea with me.
That is actually a good idea, but do you think you will be able to manage, let's say, Netflix with 2.5 lakhs? Don't you think that is way too less money?
It's a start, so we'll obviously be looking into it in the long run. But as for the 6 to 12 months, we believe this should be the investment that we make. So we can get more insights, so we can put a research whether it is actually beneficial or not.
Also, I'd like to add, we are allocating less rewards so that at first we try and see which one works, and then we'll put more allocation and budget to that particular source.
Got it. Okay, guys, thank you once again. Very detailed, and I could really see the effort you put in. So well done, guys, and best of luck.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Abhishek, Kush. So we have the final team now. So team Grand Line. So Shantanu and Bhavan, can you please turn on your video and introduce yourselves? You two are on mute. So if you could just unmute yourselves.
Is my screen visible?
Yeah.
Yes, Shantanu. Yes.
Okay, cool. So good evening, everyone. I'm Shantanu Shetsia, and I'm here with my teammate Bhavan Pandey. And we'll be presenting our case for the Make Your Mark Case Challenge 2022. In our case, we'll be discussing the strategies and options that we have planned out to firstly grow the subscriber base to 1 million, and secondly, to monetize them. Firstly, I'll give a brief overview of what we believe Finshots is. So Finshots was started with an objective of making financial news simple, crisp, and digestible. And Finshots is an online financial news platform. And even without advertising, Finshots has achieved around
extremely sorry for interrupting you. The slide is not working. Can you please turn on the slide share first and then continue with your presentation?
Okay, just give me a second.
Yeah.
Yeah, is it visible now?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, okay, so I'll just go over this once again. So a brief overview of what we believe Finshots is. So Finshots was made with the objective of making financial news simple, crisp, and digestible. Finshots is an online news platform which is currently giving users one news piece a day with basic terminology which everyone can understand. Finshots has acquired a 5 lakh subscriber base without spending a dime on advertising. Currently, Finshots is generating its revenue through Ditto, its insurance service scheme, through which they're simplifying the whole insurance process.
Coming on to the plan of action. Firstly, Finshots Junior, a subscription-based model with the aim of providing financial literacy. Secondly, collaboration with educational as well as investment companies. Third, implementing a certificate course-based system to generate revenue. And lastly, conducting need assessment surveys. So let's move on to our product model we'll be using for monetization called Finshots Junior. Financial literacy amongst children is a growing topic of concern in recent times, since topics pertaining to personal finance and saving your money for establishing a better future are not taught in a school-based curriculum, but yet are valuable in the real world. Hence, the market for financial literacy amongst children is an untapped market with the potential to grow in the coming years. Hence, we'll be introducing our very own subscription-based model called Finshots Junior with the strict aim of providing financial literacy to children for age groups 10 to 18.
Okay, so the age group 10 to 18. To make financially literate adults, we need to build a strong foundation for them right when they're beginning. Right at the beginning. So therefore, we have come to the ages 10 to 18. So these are the topics that we propose for each of the classes and stuff. So for grade 4 to 6, we'll be going over the very basic topics. What is money? How money works, that when you do something, you get money in return, stuff like that. For grade 6 to 8, we'll be teaching them how to keep track of money, the whole concept of allowances. And it will also make them realize that they can save some money to buy something else in the future, stuff like that. For grade 8 to 10, we'll be, I assume that a person in 8th or 10th, whenever he is shopping for anything, he is doing some comparison in his head whenever he is buying something. So how to best make those decisions, how he can manage his own little finances that he has, budgeting, and also how a bank works. When you put your money in a bank, they give you interest, how that whole system works, stuff like that. For grade 10th and 12th, we'll be getting into investing stuff, how you can maximize your wealth, how you can make more with whatever you already have. This would allow them to actually make use of the money that they earn whenever they start earning. And like the concept of compounding would be great help to them if they start early.
Coming on to the salient features of Finshots Junior. Firstly, a friendly user interface of the Finshots for better accessibility for both the parents as well as the children. A minimalist yet enhanced approach towards designing the interface will account for better viewership, since the students should have negligible problems while surfing through the app and learning, as well as grasping the concepts of the application itself. Secondly, introducing an avatar-based concept to make learning more intuitive as well as fun. Studies have shown that children are able to grasp concepts better when there is graphic detailing involved in the process. Hence, An avatar-based system would account for a more enhanced learning approach, as the students will be able to name and customize their avatars as per their preferences. The avatar can also act as a guide to provide the trajectory to the child of building his or her foundation in the financial sphere by acting as a navigator for the student throughout the entire course of the student's time spent on the app. Third, availing cash coupons and offers on various brands and companies. So after the successful completion of every course or concept, a short quiz comprising of 10 questions for each concept will be followed. And if the students are able to attempt all the questions correctly, they will be able to avail discount coupons for various brands, be it toy companies, food companies, clothing and accessory brands, to name a few. This will also benefit the students as they will have a more learning attitude while studying the various components of the course. Apart from that, in order to avail the coupons for the aforementioned brands, we will partner with the companies. Now coming on to mentorship sessions for the students to access knowledge from various influencers and content creators in the field of finance. For this, we will tap and collaborate with various financial advisors, content creators, and influencers to provide mentorship sessions to the students to provide their valuable expertise on a wide range of subjects. The students will also gain insight on different topics pertaining to financial literacy. Lastly, deploying chatbots for a better experience. Apart from the great and efficient customer service, chatbots will also help guide the parents in choosing the optimum course for their children and will also allow for 24/7 sales conversion. Now coming on to innovative strategies for Finshots. Firstly, collaborating with various educational apps and stock and investment apps to promote and advertise Finshots. For this, apps like Byju's, Unacademy, Merit Nation, apps with the strict aim of providing knowledge to students will be the most suited for collaborating purposes. The aforementioned brands are also involved in heavy marketing, which will also benefit us if we partner with these educational apps. Apart from that, discount coupons for Merit Nation and Unacademy courses, etc., can also be a valuable possibility.
Secondly, we'll be implementing a certificate course system. So certificates are a major point in CVs. They actually show that you have some on-hand experience with the things you're talking about. So for this, some topics can be financial literacy, stock markets, investment banking, and stuff like this. These courses can be taught by financial advisors, professors, YouTube content creators, and people who are well versed with the knowledge of finance. These certificate courses would obviously be paid. This would help us generate revenue from them. And having a name for certificate courses like Finshots would also add some value to the certificate course.
Coming on to the third strategy called conducting need assessment surveys. Now, there are several benefits associated with conducting need assessment surveys, such as it helps determine the gaps that are preventing the company from reaching its desired goals. It also identifies the strengths and resources available in the community to meet the needs of children, youth, and families. The assessment heavily focuses on the capabilities of the community, including its citizens, agencies, and organizations. Thus, after conducting such surveys amongst the students, family members, as well as governmental organizations, will be able to pinpoint, firstly, the kind of content students as well as family members want to learn more about and expand their knowledge for the same. And secondly, the doubts and apprehensions students face before deciding to pursue finance as a career option, and many more.
So lastly, search engine optimization. So after a quick Google search on financial news, I found out that Finshots does not appear on the first page of Google. This is a major obstacle in getting reach. If we can optimize our platforms, our articles, get some ad stuff running so that our name comes up higher on the list, we'll be reaching out to people who are searching for these finance related terms. These people are the ones who are our target market. These are the prospective subscribers who would be subscribing to the newsletter, who would be willing to pay for something. So having optimum search engine optimization would help us directly influence the reach and the number of subscribers that we're getting, and indirectly help us generate revenue.
We've come to the end of our presentation. Thank you, and we look forward to the questions.
Right. Great presentation, guys. Honestly, no questions. No question from my side. So good stuff. Good work. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, so we're done with the presentations. So before we go ahead with the results, I'd request all of you to please turn on your video. Once I would like to take a snapshot.
I hope all the participants are here, by the way.
I cannot see people.
Yeah, it says that you cannot start your video because the host has stopped it.
Okay. Okay. Ask to start video. Ask to start video. Yeah. Should work now.
One moment. I should just switch on the video.
Sure. We cannot see your video also.
No, that's not important. Not a problem. Okay. So on a count of 3. Okay. So 3, 2, 1. Smile. Okay. Thank you so much. Thanks a lot. So Akshay, over to you.
Okay, guys. Firstly, I must say all the 5 presentations were really good. It was a tough decision, and along with Debayan, we have come up with the rankings. And firstly, we hope that you really enjoyed doing this competition. And as cliche as it may sound, we are all winners here because a top 5 finish is a good finish. So best of luck to everyone. These are the rankings. Let's doing it in a typical reality show way. I'll go from rank 5 to rank 1, right? So starting with, there's a tie in the last spot. Basically, rank 4 is two teams, Team Grand Line and Team Vipanan. Great job, guys. Well done. For rank 3, there is Team 3K. Once again, good job. Really liked the presentation. Could really see the effort. We are left with the final 2 spots. Rank 2 is my alma mater. Basically, I'm the team from IIM K, which is Team Achievers. Good job once again. And lastly, the winning team. You could clearly see the effort which has been put in. A lot of good ideas coming in, and I'm sure it will be useful for Finshots and also for content creators like me who want to increase their following. So great stuff. The rank 1 is basically Team Dreamers from SPGen. Really good stuff. So that's the ranking. Once again, rank 1 Team Dreamers, rank 2 Team Achievers. These are the 2 winning teams. But trust me when I say this, it was a tough decision. I think all the teams did a very, very good job. So all the best to all of you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Akshay.
Thank you, Akshay.
Congratulations to everyone. So we are concluding the event right now, but I request all the participants to stay on the Zoom call once we are done. Right? Just give me a moment.